A little bit of a documentary on SpaceX that I saw online, and I just kind of want to tell you what the future is going to be here with SpaceX. I think all the way from Starship transportation to get from one side of the world to another. They're to having data centers in space, having more Starlink satellites in the air at low orbit, getting us to the moon, taking us to Mars to colonize it. I just think there's a lot to be excited for, and I just wanted to show you this documentary that gave me a little bit of inspiration. It almost reminds me of back in the 60s with the program for NASA to get to the moon to beat the Russians. So here we guys go.
Until about T-minus 4 minutes, a lot of stuff starts going down. T-minus 3 minutes, closing out the propellant load, so you're finishing out the liquid oxygen load and the liquid fuel load. T-minus 40 seconds, we stop interacting with the pad. The vehicle's just on its own.
If you guys haven't seen this, this is a mechanism to catch that rocket while it's trying to land on the pad. But these arms are holding this structure in place to catch it. It is so awesome. I've been to a Starship launch. I've been to, it's just a whole nother feel to actually see this live.
Trying to test all B-19 operators. This is the final go, no go poll for today's operations. Our main objective today is a 10-engine static fire.
Why 10 engines instead of all 33? This is the first V3 booster down at the pad right now, so there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong. And if we do have a bad day, it limits the scope of the issues that we can have.
This will be the highest chamber pressure we've ever seen on a vehicle at SpaceX, so definitely going to be a pretty spicy test today.
And then you're counting down from T-minus 40. T-minus 4 on is when my heart rate really starts to tick up. And then we light the engines.
Now, would you guys get on this ship to go to Mars or to the moon or to the other side of the world quicker? Would you get in one of these rockets? Let me know in the comments.
We are in the Star Factory, and this is an almost 1 million square foot facility that we've built to enable that production of both ship and booster.
Just look at the size of this. The booster right here, about the half of it, and then there's that Starship right above, right there.
Starship is a fully reusable rocket. It's 2 stages, so it has a ship, which is the upper stage, and a booster below it. The booster accelerates the ship to get it going towards orbit. The ship is what actually goes into orbit to take the people or the payload to wherever they're going. The sound of progress. The rivet guns and the sledgehammers. Less sledgehammers than there used to be. The story of Starship starts with the founding of SpaceX.
3, 2, 1.
Look at that.
Rather than starting with the vehicle that Elon envisioned needing to get people to the moon and Mars, he thought it would basically bankrupt the company. It wouldn't be possible. So you have to bite it off in small pieces. And so those pieces, which at the time did not seem small at all, were Falcon 1, Falcon 9.
I remember seeing all these rockets going up and trying to come down to reuse these rockets. It was just crazy at the time when this happened in the early 2000s, I think it was. It's just phenomenal on how much technology has moved in this industry of SpaceX.
Dragon, both cargo and crew, Falcon Heavy.
Falcon Heavy is supersonic.
These were the building blocks that let us cut our teeth on learning how to do rockets. Not the way the aerospace industry had been doing it, but the way we needed to do it to end up here where we are today working on Starship. Version 3 is what I like to call the foundational design of Starship booster in the pad. That's going to give us the new capabilities we need to do the missions in front of us. It'll be the one that puts humans back on the moon. It'll be the ones that put the first blueprints and then city on Mars.
So awesome.
Starship is giant, and that scale is not an accident. It's not to win some Guinness World Record prize, which we did for both the ship and the tower. It's because we need that size to do the things we dream of doing with it.
Look at that. Tell me, as a little boy, when I was looking at space like this, if I have the opportunity to do it and Starship allows me to go into low orbit like that outside of Earth, I am definitely on that adventure for sure. Star Wars in real life, here I come.
Ship 39 is the first V3 rocket. This rocket is unlike anything anybody's ever done before. Version 3 is basically a clean sheet design of the ship. We essentially took a bunch of lessons from version 1 and version 2, and we took a step back and said, what were the things that were really problematic, either from a performance perspective or from a reliability perspective on the previous rockets? And then we directly addressed those with a variety of new designs. It can go up to orbit, it can stay on orbit for 48 hours, it can meet up with other ships, and it can do propellant transfers, which is really the core technology that you need to unlock Starship. Once you unlock that capability, the whole solar system is on your doorstep. And right now what we're doing is we're actually going through checkouts, so we're actually kind of bringing the rocket to life.
We've never built a ship V3 before and gotten it to this state of production. So we are going to have special things to this specific vehicle that are going to be odd, but there's also things about the architecture as a whole that we don't really know how to.
Just look at the size and the scale of this, right? This is so massive, such a big undertaking that human, man and women, are building structures that are going to take us further beyond the galaxy than the human race has ever known. It's just phenomenal. and crazy to think about.
To deal with, because we've only done simulations, we've only built fluid models of how we think a ship V3 operates. Now we have the real deal next to us.
First priority is your safety. The second priority is make sure the vehicle's okay, and then we worry about executing to our schedule.
We're quite excited, we're quite anxious, but all things considered, we're pretty well prepared. We think that we'll have a good result.
We intentionally started Starship with the ship portion because it was so novel. We have done a reusable booster before with Falcon 9, and so it's at least a little bit better tread ground. I will say, I think the booster turned out to be a lot harder than we gave it credit for.